Hello and welcome to the fourth video in our database project. What we're going to work on today is creating the connector class. This is the class that loads the driver and actually connects to the database. So let's go to our project and create this class. So new class, we're going to call this connector. First thing we're going to have in here is a connection. And we're going to import from com.mysql.jdbc. We're also going to have a statement. And we're going to have a few strings. We're going to create these as static. We have a URL, the database, username, password, hostname, port, and driver. Next, let's also create a constructor. And this is going to take a properties class and a string. This is going to be the password. And now we're going to take information from the properties. So database equals props.getProperty. And this is going to be database. Same thing for username. Our password is going to equal to the password string. We're going to get our host name from the properties. And also our port. And then our driver is going to be equal to com.mysql.jdbc.driver. And our URL is going to be jdbc mysql / plus the host name plus the colon plus the port plus a slash and then the database name. Next, we're going to create a function to open the connection, and this is going to return a Boolean. And so here we're going to call driver manager, and we're going to register the driver. We're going to cast java.sql.driver to class.forName, and we're going to pass it driver.new instance. Going to surround this with a try and catch. Next, we're going to get the connection. So connection is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Now we're going to pass this our URL, then our username, and our password. Okay, it looks like we need to change two of our imports. So here we'll change these to java.sql. And so if we're able to get through that, we'll return true. And before we return true, we'll print out that we've connected. And so in the exception, if connection equals null, we'll return false. And the last thing we'll add here is stat for the statement is equal to connect.create statement. So let's go ahead and add this to our main class so we can test this. And we'll do this after this if statement. So we'll have a connector, call this con, is equal to new connector. We're going to pass it the dialog.getProps. And new string dialog.pass.getPassword. And so we need to create this getProps function in the connect dialog class. And so this is going to be public, and it's going to return a properties. Go getProps. And so we're going to set properties. We're going to do the database first. and call database.getText. And actually we need to change this label. This label should be database label. And I'll change the text field to database. We'll change that here also. Okay, we also need to set the host name. That's going to be host.getText. Same thing for port. And our username. And then we're going to return props. And so in the main class, we're going to call open in an if statement. So if con.open, and we're going to say if this is equal to false, we are going to exit. Okay, and let's test this out. Okay, and it shows that we connected to the database. And so in our next video, we complete the execution of the statements.